I'm in the kitchen today because I'm gonna be cleaning the kitchen. I have recently done a video where I showed you cleaning some of the things in the kitchen, but today I'm cleaning everything in the kitchen. We spend a lot of time in here. We cook a lot, I cook a lot. It's like in the middle of our house, so this is a space that needs a lot of attention frequently because we spend a lot of time in here, and I kind of feel like that's true for most people's kitchens. But today I'm going to be cleaning like the exterior surfaces. I'm not gonna be wiping down the cabinets. I did that in another video. I will link that video in the description box of this video. It's also in the same playlist as this video, but today I'm gonna be cleaning like the countertops. I'm gonna be cleaning the outside of the appliances, and I'm also gonna be cleaning the inside of some of these appliances. No, I'm gonna be cleaning the inside of all of these appliances. Microwave, oven, refrigerator, coffee pot, dishwasher. I'm going to be doing some reorganizing in some of our cabinets, particularly our spice one cabinet. Both of these have stuff in them that it's a mess. It is a disaster. So I'm gonna be cleaning the kitchen today. And I really need to get started because it's already 10 o'clock in the morning and I've got other things I have to do today. So I'm gonna get started. But first, I really need to clean off the countertop. This is where I start. I start with the countertops. Actually, I start with the dishwasher, but you already saw that. So I'm going to start with the countertops so I can have a clean work surface. And then at the end, I will probably disinfect them again just because they're gonna have a lot of stuff put on them. But anyway, I'm going to clean them off first. And you guys are gonna get to watch everything. I have my list, and this is kind of something that I do every time I clean. I like to have a list of all of the different tasks that I wanna get done just because I don't wanna forget something. And I also feel really good when I check something off the list. So I do have everything that I'm going to do on my list right here. All right, I have the kitchen counters clean. Look how shiny they are. And I've put everything back. I'm not done yet, but I didn't show this. I am working on the sink right now. I'm filling this side with water. I already did it with this side, but I'm doing this side now. I have stuck a lemon under, like in the garbage disposal, and then I plugged up the hole, and now I'm filling it with water because I cleaned out the sink. And so when I take out the drain plug here in a second, it's gonna start draining, so I'll turn on the garbage disposal. And putting a lemon in your garbage disposal is a great way to clean out your garbage disposal, and it keeps it from getting smelly. So that's what I'm gonna do. Since it's already in there, all I have to do is unplug the drain and turn on the garbage disposal. It definitely smells cleaner, but I do want to use some of this instant power garbage disposal drain cleaner. I'm supposed to pour 4 ounces in and run the disposal, the incinerator. Always thought that was a really cool name. I'm supposed to pour 4 ounces of this in and run it with the disposal for like a couple of seconds and then leave it. So that's what I'm gonna do, just because I want to maintain it, make sure it doesn't get gooped up with old food or crud. Ugh, I'm glad that I can't see inside my garbage disposal because I'm sure it's disgusting. So I'm just doing what I can to keep it clean. And this bottle actually has the ounces marked on it. So there's 4, 4, 4, 4. I think there's actually 8 treatments in this bottle. So it's kind of convenient to use. So, all right, cover the disposal opening. So I'm just gonna use my drain plug again and then run the disposal for a couple of seconds and then let it sit. I'm supposed to let it sit overnight and it is morning time. So since we don't really use the sink during the day, it's kind of lucky that I'm doing it now because we should be able to use it tonight when we have dirty dishes that we need to wash. So I'm gonna leave that alone. And now it's time for me to get started on actually cleaning the appliances. So I think what I'm gonna do is, forgive me, I have to change my arm. I think what I wanna do is start with the appliances, like the coffee maker and the toaster oven, just because they're not like big appliances and I wanna start small. I need to talk to you about our coffee maker though, because we have had some issues with this guy that are new issues. He's missing some pieces. And it's like we've got gremlins living in our house that are coming to steal little pieces, or they're breaking things at night, just because it seems like as the days progress, the condition of this coffee maker is getting worse. So we're actually in the market for a new coffee maker, and I think next week I'm just gonna go get a new one. You know what? I'm not even gonna bother cleaning this one. I'm just gonna start on the toaster oven. Why would I bother cleaning this? I've cleaned it in another video. You guys have seen how I clean my coffee maker. If we're just gonna throw it away and replace it with something else, I'm not gonna bother cleaning it today. There, you've seen my decision-making process. I'm gonna start over here with the toaster oven. So first, this thing needs like a wipe down on the outside. Excuse me. Do you mind? And then on the inside, these racks actually need to be washed. They're kind of gunked up with like food. We really need to be better about that. So I'll put these in the sink. And this one too. Ew. It's really not all that dusty on top, but it never hurts to give it a good rub down. Because this guy lives under our spice cabinets, which are up here, and sometimes those, like our salt container, leaks. Like, you know how you get a box of salt from the grocery store? Ours, it's like it has the tiny little hole on the bottom, or there's salt in the seam or something. But anyway, we have trouble with some of our spices. Like the lids don't go on right. Like this one, the lid on this guy hardly wants to stay closed, and I don't understand what that issue is. Like it sounds like it snaps shut, but it doesn't actually snap shut. Anyway, I'm just wiping this guy down on the outside. I know a lot of people have air fryers. We're not an air fryer family, just because we are a convection oven family, which basically does the same thing as a air fryer, except more like old-fashioned because it's bigger. And so this is a toaster oven that actually does the convection bake function. So it's like they call this a, what do they call it? Countertop oven is what they call this. So they have, let me show you. This dude may be my very favorite kitchen appliance because I'm mad at my coffee maker right now. So we have the toast function, We have a warm function, which we never use. The bake function, which is convection bake, which, okay, convection means it's constantly running hot air into your oven. So instead of it just being a hot box, it's hot air. So things bake much faster. That's the function of an air fryer. And we also have a broil function. We use this for French onion soups instead of heating up our like big oven over there. But this is what I use most of the time. Like I will reheat pizza slices in here instead of in the microwave because it keeps the crust crusty instead of making it like soggy and rubbery like a microwave would do. And then we have the temperature knob here. This timer is for the, no, this is for the toaster, and you can pick like dark, medium, or light. And then like the time is the baking function. So I love this dude. This is our KitchenAid toaster oven. We had a toaster oven that we did not move to this house. We bought this one when we got here. And this guy is like, he makes me so happy. Just because he works and is relatively easy to clean. So, as you can see, like the door looks gross. And I think it's mostly on the inside. Some of this won't come off. But, like, and some of this up here. And no, it's not hot. But, like, some of this won't come off, so I just need to give it a little bit of attention because it's not so dirty. It's been worse, but it still needs some attention, so I'm gonna work on this. And who knows, maybe I'll find some magical cure for these metal stains or the oven glass door stains. I have no idea, but we have like an entire army of kitchen cleaners under the sink, and I'm about to investigate in there and see what I can find. But I want to wipe down the inside first. You've just witnessed an impromptu organization session by Auburn Human. I came down here because I thought we had some stainless steel cleaner. I also thought we had some like oven cleaner. I was wrong on both counts, but we do have SOS pads that I think will work. So then I realized we have a bunch of, had a bunch of junk under here that doesn't belong under here. Why do we have like flea and tick spray under the sink in the kitchen? That goes in the pet stuff. And then we have so much like bug repellent, and like these two things right here stacked, those are like citronella or DEET candles that we keep out by the pool, except we have one out by the pool. Those should be by the pool things. So this makes so much more sense. Also, we don't usually have this much dish soap. We're trying to get through these Clorox ones. They were in a bag. I hated the bag. I prefer something like this just because it's easier to reach in and grab them, so I put them in here. I did buy 2 more at Sam's Club the other day because they were on instant savings for $4 off. I say the other day, it was actually like a couple weeks ago. Anyway, I got a SOS pad out, so I'm gonna use that in the toaster oven. Hopefully that will help clean the glass inside. We'll see what happens. If it doesn't, I'm not all that worried about it. It's a well-loved machine. It's like 5 or 6 years old now. So anyway, it's wonderful. This is so much better. I'm very happy. And now I know exactly what's under here. We have a gallon of water, I guess in case of a hurricane emergency. I don't know why it's under here though. And then we have a gallon of vinegar plus a little bit more in a second gallon. So the first gallon is full, and this one only has like an inch in the bottom of it. So we've also got like maybe 1 or 2 Brita filters left. Excuse me. We're getting there. It's fine. I'm happy. I wanted to do this anyway. I didn't mean to do it now, but it happened now. So I'm gonna go back to the toaster oven. I guess maybe first I should deal with all of this stuff. So this is the flea and tick spray I was talking about. We also have some headlight restoration stuff. Why? And then these are our patio candles, mosquito deterrent, and we did get these on clearance. And then some like Raid, more Raid, Rid-a-Bug. Like, we don't want mosquitoes in our yard. Anyway, this stuff all needs to go elsewhere. All right, the instructions for the SOS pad are pretty easy. You get it wet with water, and then you can just scrub away. And this is actually working. Hey! And I should mention this is safe for like dishware. It's actually recommended for dishware. It's not like recommended or not stated on the box that you can use it in your oven, but if you can use it on like a glass cake pan, why can't you use it on this? So I'm using it on this. And then to rinse it off, you just rinse with clean water and you're done. This is working. You can wear gloves if you're afraid it's going to scratch your hands, but I've never had an issue with it. I've decided to do the dishwasher next. It's really not all that dirty. I just wiped it out recently, but it could probably use another cleaning, and I'm sure this could be cleaned, so I'm just gonna wipe it down. Honestly, I use paper towels in here because this thing cleans out so easy. So it's just gonna get a wipe down, and this is gonna get some soap. So our next appliance is going to be the stove, and then I will clean the inside of the oven. But I think I'll start with the stovetop. We have an electric cooktop, so we have like the flat range, which I prefer because I think it's easier to clean. It does always get these marks out here. Like, you saw me clean this earlier, but there's really no good way to get this stuff off other than this Ceramibrite, and I really don't like this stuff. Like, it works fine. I don't know. It just doesn't like it. It takes a lot of work, a lot of elbow grease. We have a pad and then like 2 of these cleaners, so I am gonna use it today just because it's been a while since I've done it. I don't want to, but I'm gonna do it anyway. perfect? No, but it is better than it was before. So now I'm gonna do the inside of the oven, and it looks a lot like how the toaster oven door looked, and I know exactly what worked on that one, so I'm gonna get another SOS pad and get to work on this. This is like a removable cooking pad. So we use that to keep the bottom from getting dirty. The bottom is also black, but it is clean. But these need to be cleaned because these are gross. So, and also the walls of the oven look terrible. So there is some work that needs to be done in here. But I'm not worried about this. Like, this was just cleaned like 3 days ago, I think Mom cleaned this one. So this is just stained to look like this. It's been baked hundreds of times probably. It is disposable. We have more, but I'm not gonna throw this one away. We're just gonna keep this one because why not? So I'm just gonna clean the oven with another one of these. I love these, they're magical. I just wanted to show like it's not before and after, but it's well, sort of it is. It is a after the SOS pad and a before the SOS pad. You can clearly tell a difference. This is disgusting. Why does our oven look like this? Whatever. So there's also like this stuff back there. If you can see like between my fingers, that's actually inside the door and I don't know how to get that out of there. So that's just gonna be there. But I can clean the surface of the inside window so that it looks more like that and less like this. Gross. I've come to a decision. I'm going to the store. I don't want to use an SOS pad inside the oven. It's not working. I tried it. The door is perfect, but the walls of the oven are crummy and cruddy and gross. So I'm going to go to the store and get some Easy Off. So I'm going to take a short break. It's also lunchtime. It is 1:20 in the afternoon exactly, and I'm hungry. So I'm gonna come back to this later. Yeah, so I'm gonna take a short break, but you'll see me in just a second. My afternoon did not go to plan at all. It is now 3:30. I had to wait on like school buses and parents trying to get into schools. I had to go to 3 different stores to find the Easy Off. I don't even know where it is. Where it is. It's right here. I found it. Since the oven is cold, it basically suggests leaving it to stand overnight for 8 hours or longer. So what my plan is now, because Emma's home from work and I've got other things I need to do tonight, I'm gonna spray this into the oven and I'm gonna leave it until tomorrow. I will pick you guys up in the morning, so you'll see me in just a second, and I'm gonna have some food because I'm still hungry because I never ate. So you'll see me in just a second. Hopefully tomorrow I will be in a better mood. Okay, it is a new morning. Please forgive the squawking. Our neighbors have a loud bird. It's a new morning. It's the next morning. I'm feeling better this morning. I have some coffee, so I am still waking up, but it's time for me to get started on this kitchen again. because I really need to get this done today. I have so many other things I have to do, but I think everything's gonna be fine. So anyway, I'm gonna start, because I did spray the Easy Off in the oven last night. I did spray it like a couple of times. I went back like an hour after I sprayed it the first time and I sprayed it again, and I let it sit overnight. The can basically said in a cold oven let it sit for 8 hours or more, so it sat overnight, and I haven't peeked in there yet, so I don't know what it looks like, but we'll see. But I'm hoping it'll be a lot easier to scrub out, or hopefully just wipe out this morning. I have no idea. I should probably wear gloves when I do that though. So I'm gonna go get some gloves and get started in the oven, and then I need to wipe down the outside, like the front of the oven. I'm not gonna worry about the drawer underneath the oven just because like it's fine. I'm not worried about it. We've got our cookie cooling racks in there and that's about it, so I'm not gonna worry about it. And then fridge. So oven, and then fridge, and then we'll get on to reorganizing our spice cabinets, because honestly, they're the only cabinets that need to be reorganized. Everything else is pretty well fine, and I can show you that to prove that, I guess. I don't know. I'll show you our cabinets, but not right now. First, I'm gonna get the oven done just because it's weighing on me, and I know it really needs to be done. So I wanna get that one knocked out. I wanna get the fridge cleaned out, and then we'll get on to reorganizing, because that's the fun part. Okay, I need to show you like a halfway through. Please forgive the sound. I'm still wearing the mask. Definitely recommend wearing a mask and gloves while doing this, but this Easy Off is magic. This is after I've wiped it off over here on this side and on the bottom. The back still needs to be wiped down, and this side still needs to be wiped down, but whoa, magic. So cool. And just like that, our oven is shiny and looks lightly used instead of like heavily used and abused and unappreciated. So I'm happy with that. Next, I need to wash these. I did spray these with Easy Off last night. I left them in the oven. They are just icky. There's no other way to say it. They're icky. So these need to be washed, like seriously. Ugh, gross. Okay, I sprayed these with water. I did no scrubbing. I literally turned the faucet on and sprayed them. I'm gonna show you because I don't think you'll believe me. Are you watching? Watch closely. There's some big chunks that I'm gonna have to like scrub off. It's rinsing off. They look brand new. This Easy Off stuff is magic. Okay, so the back sides aren't as clean. I pulled out another SOS pad, so I'm gonna finish cleaning these that way. But oh my gosh, this was so much easier, has been so much easier because of the Easy Off. way easier than I expected. So I give the easy off 2 thumbs up. The internet and YouTube is a magical place. I have done a quick search and there are several videos talking about how to clean between the glass like panes of your oven door, because we have those stains on like our oven door. I'm sure you can see them. I'm not doing that in today's video. I'm by myself. I am not going there today. That's gonna happen, and maybe I'll do like a bonus video on it. I have no idea, probably not, just because like it already exists. I will link to those, one of them down below, because one of them I thought was exceptionally helpful. The other one was sort of just like, I don't know, like a dad showing off, whatever. But I am gonna do that eventually, not today. I need more hands. I need help. That's something I would do with my mom. The guy in the video did it by himself, and the whole time I'm thinking I would need at least 2 more hands, if not more hands than that. So I'm going to wipe down the surface of our oven. I know it's not gonna be perfect and beautiful the way I want it to be, but it's gonna be, it's inside is sparkly and I'm so happy. So I am just gonna wipe down the outside of it and move on, because I can't keep dwelling on it. I've already been working on this for an hour this morning, so I can't keep doing this. I need to move on. So I'm gonna wipe down the outside of the oven. All right, now onto the refrigerator. My plans are to take out like 1 or 2 shelves at a time, clean off the shelf, put everything back so that I don't have the whole fridge open and empty. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start top to bottom. So I'm gonna take everything off of the top shelf and this shelf, take them out, wipe them off, check expiration dates, and clean off the shelves, and then put everything back. So that's where I'm gonna start. I have the 2 shelves, the top ones, cleaned off and put back in. One of them had literal beet juice dried in a ring because we had like a jar of pickled beets that was old. Anyway, it's time for me to go through here. This expired last January. These are going in the trash. And I don't even use that minced garlic from the jar anyway. Like I don't know what this is. This is, ooh, gross, ancient. This is mustard because I think the jar broke or the lid wouldn't go on or something. And it's just damp from like condensation. So, all right. Everything else in here I know is new just because we go through this shelf pretty quickly. We've got pickled, or I guess it's garlic in brine. The dog is crying. And then we've got olives here. Olives back there. And I like to put my olives and capers on one side of the fridge, and then pickles go on the other side. We never use sweet relish, so that's going in the back. And I'll put the jardinera in front of that. Next is dressings. I'm trying to decide, ooh, you know what? I need to move the shelf down one. Should have done that before I put them in, but I didn't. But I want my dressings to be able to fit on the shelf. So I've got like blue cheese dressing, And then we have these aioli, pesto, this is pesto aioli, this is a spicy chipotle aioli. They're basically mayonnaise sauces. And this one is a garlic smashed buffalo ranch dressing. That sounds yummy. I didn't even know we had that. We buy these things at TJ Maxx. This is like my love affair with TJ Maxx. I've thought about doing a YouTube video all about what the reasons why I love TJ Maxx. I'm sure it would come to close to like 100 reasons why I love TJ Maxx, but these are a couple reasons why. I'm gonna repeat this whole process with the remaining 2 shelves, and then we've got 3 drawers, and then I'll do the door. So I'm just gonna get it done, get it knocked out. All right, I have the shelves clean, but why does this look like this? This is disgusting. There's hair in our fridge. Gross. I'm cleaning this immediately. Ew. I know that I should take everything off the fridge and wipe it down. I just wipe down the handles. I'm not in the mood to take everything off, put everything back on after it's already cleaned. I'm not gonna do it. And you can't make me. So I have 1 appliance left, and that is the dishwasher. Now I have shown you how to clean the filters in your dishwasher in a previous video. That video is the same one, I think, where I cleaned the coffee pot and the kitchen cabinets. I don't remember exactly. I'll link it down below. But there are some other things that I want to do to our dishwasher. It's full of dishes right now, but I can do all these things anyway, so please forgive the dirty dishes in the dishwasher. We live here and we make dirty dishes. That's just how life happens. So I'm going to show you how to clean the dishwasher. This is our last appliance. And then we can move on to the spice cabinets. And I'm so excited to like get my fists in these because messy, messy, messy. But first the dishwasher. Okay, let me turn you around. So in the dishwasher, you have probably something that looks like this. Now this down here is your filter. You want to twist and take this out. And then I'm gonna put this in the sink and rinse it. But it's probably graphic, so I'm not gonna show you what it looks like. Also, this thing pops out, but there are these knobs back here that kind of twist off. Ooh, it's gross in here. Okay. All right, those are in the sink. I'm also going to wipe that out because it looks gross. And then I'm gonna take like maybe a straw cleaner or a toothpick or something and see if I can shove it in those holes, those spray holes, just to make sure that there's nothing clogging them, keeping them from cleaning our dishes. And then the last thing I'm gonna do is wipe down the seal and the sides of the dishwasher, because like right here, ours is actually pretty gross, and the bottom seal down here is really gross. So that's what I'm gonna do. Into the time lapse we go. If my eyes start switching in this clip, it's because I have opened all of the cabinet doors in the kitchen. It's fine. I'm gonna show you what our cabinets look like, what the drawers look like. I did just reorganize our kitchen drawers like just a couple weeks ago, 3 weeks ago maybe, and it's been working for us. So I'm not gonna worry about the drawers. I've told you, I think the only cabinets I'm gonna worry about are those because they're a mess, total disaster. So I'm gonna show you what we're working with. Over here by our coffee pot, and oh, I forgot, I made another cup of coffee. We have our coffee cabinet. Down here is our Tupperware cabinet, and there's like nothing else in here. We've got one great big rolling pin back there, but everything in here is I guess I should say leftover containers. And yes, we use plastic. I know there are people who will tell me that we shouldn't use plastic. We have dropped so many of these that if they were glass, I'm sure one of us would have glass in our foot by now just because we've dropped them so many times. So plastic it is for us. I'm not going to show you what's in this drawer just because we keep our prescriptions in there and that's sensitive information. I'm not showing you that. Okay, so these are our drawers over here. There's the oven. This is like our drawer with our pot holders and clunkier kitchen devices. Like this is our brand new Veggetti. We haven't even used this yet, but I'm so glad we have it because we can make zucchini noodles now at home. We've got our meat mallet, and this is like an apple slicer. Yeah, don't ask. And then this is like a sifter and a cutter for, like, I think this would be great for making, what are they called? Uncrustables. And then we've got our potato masher, can opener, thermometer, etc. Over here we've got our ice cream scoops and our tiny little cups. These are great for like dipping sauces, for like soy sauce or ketchup or ranch dressing. Measuring spoons, measuring cups, and then like our box grater, and then our garlic graters. We do have 2 of these. So we've got this one and then this red handled one. And I much prefer our grate plates just because these actually get dull and the little metal fins start to like lay down, so it's harder to grate anything. And this doesn't do that. And then these are like, this is a bench scraper and a pastry cutter back there. Down here we have like our baking pans. So ceramic pie pans, tiny little pie pans, metal pie pans, glass pie pans, round baking dishes, square baking dishes, rectangular baking dishes, loaf pans, Dutch ovens, cupcake tins, mini loaf pans, and a cookie sheet, looks like. And then this garlic baker back here, hold on, let me show you. We don't use this very often, but when we do, it's magic. It is like a terracotta pot, and you just put your garlic in there. I like to take everything out of, like take the garlic, peel it, and put it in there with a little bit of butter or olive oil and bake it. Oh my goodness, it's delicious. So good on bread. These are the cabinets that need the most help. This is our spice cabinet, and it just doesn't make any sense. We have so much up here. And no, we are not the family that has all the matching spice jars. My mom is like a chemist, and she refuses to mix spices from different jars into one jar. She likes to know the expiration date and exactly what it is, and so she refuses to put anything in other jars. It's hard enough to get her to put her coffee in these jars over here. So I'm not prepared for that argument, so I just want to organize this so that it makes more sense. This thing is really cool because it pulls out. So like, I'm standing with my arm stretched straight out. I don't have to stand on my tippy toes to get into the back, and it's tiered so I can see everything. And it just kind of lifts away perfectly to put away. So nice. I love that thing, but this is gonna take forever, isn't it? But it needs to be done, so I will do that. But first, I want to show you our pretty cabinets. This is where we keep our dishes. Obviously, we've got pitchers up there in like an old cereal container. That is actually Tupperware. I can call that Tupperware because it's Tupperware brand, so that's what that is. These are our popcorn bowls. Every house, I think, needs like a great big bowl to put popcorn in. We've got our glasses, big and small, and plates, big and small, and bowls, small, big, and these are like soup mugs. We've had these for as long as I can remember, and I love them. These are great for like soup, chili, mac and cheese. I love these mug brownies in these. Yeah, so nice. All right, down here we've got our whisks, and then our tiny knives down here. Now these are like paring knives. I use these for strawberries or like deviled eggs or something. These are other knives, bigger knives. This is what I call our sharps container, because we've got like a couple of meat forks and an extra pair of scissors, pizza cutter, and then some actual like knives in here, like mismatched, that don't go in our knife block, and then our wooden cooking utensils. I used to not like to cook with wood utensils, but this little guy is my best friend. You can tell he's had a lot of love and affection, but anyway, he's my new favorite thing. Over here I've got our like plastic spatulas. This is what I used to cook with a lot, and then I've just found that sometimes they're too slippery, which is why I've turned to wood. And then we've got our serving spoons. These also, sometimes I cook with them. And then over here are spatulas and tongs. And then down here we have our cookware. This is our like glass bowl set, and then plus a bonus mismatched one that doesn't match anything. This is our matching cookware set. So everything here in these 3 stacks is the Calphalon Premium Space Saving System. I love this system so much. The lids are flat. So this is a lid here. There's no handle on top, so you can actually stack everything just like that, and it doesn't scratch the inside of the dish because they kind of sit on these lips right here. So we also have old dishes. Like, I have no idea how old that is, but I'm pretty sure it's older than me. We just have these old pots and pans that we don't get rid of, and I don't have a good reason why. I think every house comes with a set of stainless steel bowls. I don't know anyone that buys them. I think we just have them and don't know where they come from. Same thing with the Pyrex measuring cups. It's a staple. You have to have those. And then we've got our colanders, and then that glass jar back there is actually full of cookie cutters. I am, however, going to change this because this is not working for us. It's a mess. It's confusing. It's like gritty with spices and salt, so it needs to be cleaned out, reorganized. I know it's going to take some time, but I also know that the finished product is going to be completely worth it, so I'm not going to waste your time making you watch me take everything out, wipe everything down. We're going into another time lapse, so you guys are going to get to watch this on super speed, and honestly, I can't wait to watch this on super speed myself, because I'm sure this is going to take me a while. So please enjoy this in super speed. spice cabinet is done, and it makes so much more sense to me now, and since I'm the one that does most of the cooking, that's what matters the most to me. Emma walked by and kind of told me that it looks better, so that's all that I need. I just needed a little bit of like a confidence boost that it looks good, and honestly, it does. These are all like steak seasonings and stuff, and then we've got like cinnamon, cloves, cardamom over here with the herbs behind, going into our garlic salt, garlic powder over here. We've got salts and peppers over this way. It's so much better. So I'm done in the kitchen. Let me give you an overview. So of course I wiped down the island and the countertops one more time. I have a level. I was working on the shelves and they're not level, but there's nothing I can do about it. So these are finished and I'm very, very, very pleased. Toaster oven is clean. The inside of the oven is clean. Like I said, this is gonna be another project some other time, but I still cannot get over how beautiful and shiny the inside of this oven is. Ignore the dirty mat. It's just baked that way. We have a clean one, but I'm not gonna put a clean one in. Like it's been washed, whatever. So the kitchen is done, and I did reorganize down here, and I think you guys saw that. I feel so much better. There are some things that you could clean that I'm not gonna show, but I will tell you about them. You could do your sponges. If you have like kitchen sponges, put them in the dishwasher and run a cycle. You can actually clean them that way. It's better. Or you could put them in like a bowl of water in the microwave and microwave until they're hot. They sanitize better that way. You could clean out your trash can, which I recommend doing anyway. You should do that frequently. I'm not gonna show that because we just did ours. What else? I feel like there was something else I was gonna tell you to clean, but I can't think of what it is. So I'm gonna end this cleaning vlog here. I think this is gonna be the last one or next to the last one. So you might see one more after this. Maybe, but it probably won't be next Monday. I am not gonna upload any more of these after April. So in May, I'm not gonna be doing this series. So this is kind of gonna be near the end of it. So you guys will see me in another video really, really soon.